Hey guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another video, and today guys I'm reviewing my first major horror movie of 2020, or at least the first one I've seen, and definitely a good one to start out on. But The Invisible Man is, the newest horror movie from Lee Winnell, which this is actually the first movie I've seen of him. I've been meaning to watch, Upgrade, which I heard was pretty much like a actually good Venom movie, so definitely have to at least check that out. But The Invisible Man is a classic, or is a remake of a classic, one of the original Universal monsters. Have not seen any of the original Universal monsters, so I'm not comparing this one to the old one or whatever. But my first part of my review will be non-spoilers, and then I'll let you guys know whenever I transfer over to spoilers, and I'll put a little timestamp down in the pinned comment down below. But, so The Invisible Man, I knew this movie was coming out, and, I didn't really watch any of the trailers, but, the reviews started coming out, and then, decided to go see it, and, I'm very happy with that, because this movie is actually, like, fantastic. Probably, I would say, in the future, people are going to look back on this movie and consider it like one of the best horror remakes, and one of just the best horror movies, of these times, really, because this movie is just absolutely fantastic. And this movie, I don't really want to get a plot right now, but it's just so awesome. But, there's so many cool camera movements and stuff, where, it pretty much implies that, he's standing right there and all, and even, the explanation to why or how he's invisible is just so cool, and I love it so much. And, it's just really invented throughout the movie, camera work, the technology in the movie and all, and even the acting from the main girl, she is absolutely fantastic. Never seen her anything before, but she is, amazing. And, if you want to know, the basic plot of the movie, pretty much it's, this girl, she's, in an abusive relationship, and, she runs away. And, everybody thinks that, her husband, I guess, killed himself, but then some mysterious stuff starts to happen, and she starts to think that he's come back to haunt her, and that's really all you need to know. But like I suggest, if you're mildly interested in this movie, go see it. It will be awesome for you. I just love this movie so much, and there's some great horror in here. This is one of those movies that don't rely off jump scares. Me personally, I don't mind jump scares, but whenever they're allowed to or able to use horror without jump scares to still scare you is absolutely fantastic. But like I said, this movie is just great. The plot is great, and even there's some good twists in the plot and all that. It's just really great. And there's one moment in my theater where I heard the collective theater gasp whenever it happened, because it just came out of nowhere, and I loved it so much. But like I said, if you're mildly interested in seeing this movie, go see it, because this movie's great. I'll probably give this movie I don't know. My opinion might change later, but I'll probably give this movie a 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. This movie is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, guys, now we're going to start transferring over to spoilers. So if you guys have not seen the movie yet, go away. Or if you just don't care, you do you. But, so, some of those major plot twists that I was talking about is whenever she, asks her sister to meet her at the restaurant. Because, earlier in the movie, her sister gets mad at her because, Adrian, I think that's his name, the actual Invisible Man, he emails her earlier in the movie and, makes them mad at each other, and he pretty much his whole goal in the movie is to just drive wedges and between him and the people around him until she decides to come back to him. But and she gets her to meet her at the restaurant and all, and they're talking, and she's finally starting to come around and starting to believe that there's this invisible guy, and then you just see the knife being held or just floats up, and then pretty much cuts her throat open, and the whole theater collectively gasps, and then the knife goes into the main girl's Cecilia's hand, and that's just when the whole theater gasps, because now she's pretty much framed for murder, and all this is just a plot, pretty much to get her to go back to him, and because, now she's also pregnant with his child and whatever. But, like I said, this whole thing's just a plot to get her to go back. There's his brother and stuff, or Adrian's brother is, involved in it, trying to get her to come out. He's like, all you have to do is make one phone call and saying that, you'll come out to him and keep the baby. And, all this can go away, because at this point, she's, in a mental institution, for the murder and all that, because, she keeps claiming that, this guy that's invisible, he's murdering these people. But, and also, throughout the movie, after she escapes, which is the whole beginning of the movie, she lives with this cop and his daughter, and And it really sucks because, the Invisible Man frames her for slapping his daughter, and, there's definitely some tension there and all. And, the cop, I forgot his name, but he's just great in the movie. Like, him and his daughter are absolutely fantastic in the movie and all. But, eventually, at the end, the Invisible Man, after, he kind of breaks her out, kind of not from the jail or whatever, but let's just say he goes on like a murder spree. And also at this point in the movie, his suit is actually damaged, so you keep seeing him flickered, and people are starting to, be like, whoa, what was that? But the suit's really cool because it's just pretty much a bunch of cameras, but it's just so cool the way it looks. And if, going off realism here, I could actually see that existing. I'm not sure how it was in the original one. I think it was like some kind of potion or something he drank that made him invisible, but this is definitely a nice modernization of it. But after they break out, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go kill that little girl or that girl now. And, at the house or whatever, she ends up shooting and killing the Invisible Man, but she takes off the mask and reveals it's Adrian's brother. And, then the police/SWAT team find Adrian tied up in, their old house or whatever, because, at this point, or at least throughout the majority of the movie, people think that he's dead or whatever, but, they find him tied up in the basement, and pretty much he just framed his brother, pretty much, make him look like the good person, but, and then Cecilia's like, no, I want to get this guy back, so, she, like, sets up a whole, I guess, like a sting operation to try to get him to confess it, or at least that's what we're led to believe, but, she just ends up using the invisible suit, to pretty much make him look like he killed himself on camera and all. And, the cop is fine, or the guy that, the cop she was staying with earlier in the movie, he's fine with it. He's like, yeah, let's go with that. And, that's how the movie ends. So, it does set up for another one. But, with this, I like to see, like, a Wolfman remake, Creature of the Black Lagoon, Dracula, and all that. I know there was a Mummy remake a couple years ago, but, at least do it in this style, because this movie is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, the camera work, some of the scares and all, even, like, the modernization of it, I absolutely love it and fantastic. And, the main actress in it is fantastic also. But, like I said, I probably give this movie, like, 8.5 or a 9. I'm probably leaning more towards a 9 because, it's really, really good. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what you guys thought of this movie. Did you guys enjoy it as much as I did? But anyway, guys, check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.